Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works, as usual. You just really want to find something that's comfortable for you. The only key here really is to try to keep your back upright. Not straight or tight, but also not hunched over and lowered. You want to keep your back just upright. It helps us keep awake. It also keeps us attentive. You know, you see, if you're depressed or if you have anxiety issues, you'll notice that you hunch over a lot. You know, you walk around with kind of a bad posture. And it really does help your attitude. It's keeping it back straight, upright. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes during this meditation. There's a lot of benefits for this. One being that it helps blur that line between a formal meditation practice and the rest of our life. We really don't want meditation to be like everything else we do in life for a particular reason. It's not supposed to be the thing I do, like take up meditation and kind of build an identity around it and be like, yeah, I'm a meditator, I do this. No, it's a complete and utter reorientation and transformation of our day-to-day, moment-to-moment life. So keeping our eyes open is useful because during our life, our eyes are open. We're going out for our day, we got kids to go to school, we got to get the groceries, do laundry, clean, all that stuff. Our eyes are open. So we should practice with our eyes open. However, if you have learned and you feel more comfortable closing your eyes during a meditation practice, please feel free to do so. There's no hindrance here, no forcing, no straining. But if you have learned that way, I would suggest trying for a little bit to keep your eyes open. It's extraordinarily useful. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just drop them down below you. You don't have to stare at anything in particular. We're also not being blurry or fuzzy. We're not going into a trance-like state. We're not doing anything like that. We're just being clearly awake here and now. Comfortable position. Leaving the screen alone, looking down, eyes open, and present. Let's begin today's practice very simply and very traditionally. Let's just take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, 3 of them. But let's make sure that our out breath is about twice as long as our in breath. All right, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out. In, and out. Excellent. Just take the next moment or next minute or so and just sit here. Just sit here and don't struggle. Maybe you notice how crazy the mind is going, running around. Maybe you're worried about something, feeling melancholy, or maybe agitation, trying to get to the next moment. This is all thinking. And we're not here to push it away. We're also not here to follow it. Instead of paying attention closely to the content of our thoughts, all the plans, the to-do lists, the troubles, the problems, we just bring our attention down to the sensation of breathing. Not forcing, not struggling, but simply having a light awareness of the coming and going sensations of the breath. Notice how when the breath comes in, the chest and the belly expand. And as it goes out, they contract. Just notice this. Then you will get lost in thought. You will start thinking, planning, worrying, remembering. This is okay. Just come back gently to breathing. Come back to breathing. And you notice this isn't so easy. Thoughts will pop up behind you and steal your attention away from the breath. They seem so loud, so alluring, seductive. But remember, just when you notice this happening, don't fight. Don't think that you're incapable. Just come back to the breath. We spend our whole lives chasing things, wanting, desiring, wanting to be happy, wanting to be secure, wanting a lot of money, sex, food, status, always wanting. And this wanting or desire is pain. It's a biological mechanism, and it makes us go for things. Because we're always following our desires, life feels painful. So bring to mind something that you really desire. Not something superficial like food or watching a movie, but something deep, something you really, really want. Just bring that object to your mind. What is it that you want more than anything? Just let it encompass you. Let it encompass you so much that you start feeling the sensation of desire, the wantingness. Allow it to come. Notice how this feels. A sense of longing, a sense of if you don't get it, whatever it is, then you'll be unhappy. We're not here to change this. Just notice it. Keep that object in mind and notice the feeling of desire arise. Now you'll start thinking about other things, like planning about something or maybe remembering something else. When you do this, just come back to that object of desire. Really feel it. Notice the sense of wanting. What is this desire? What is it really? See if you can let go now of that object of desire and just notice desire itself. What is this feeling? Where does it exist? Is it in your chest? Your head? Your foot? What is it? Look carefully. Where does desire arise? Maybe you've noticed that when you try to just feel desire itself, you can't find it. You don't notice where it is. If you can't find it when you look for it, then just remain. And your problem is solved. Let desire go. And if you don't feel desire, think of that object again. And when a desire arises, once you put that object to mind, let it go. Leave it alone. It leaves all by itself. All right, you can look at the screen. Now, I know this meditation is a little different. In fact, what we did here today, I wouldn't really call true meditation practice. It's more of a inquiry. It's more like Vipassana meditation, if you've ever heard of that. It's really what we're doing here. But what I wanted to point out is something very fundamental to our life and how we exist. When we want something like sex, status, we believe that getting it is what's going to make us happy. And it's true, it does. But what we don't notice is that when we get the object of our desire, say we find whatever it is, sex, money, we get it. And then we get happy. But we don't notice that it wasn't the object or whatever it is that we were seeking that gave us happiness. It was the fact that when we got that object, we stopped desiring. We're not happy because we have something. Happiness emerges when desire leaves. This is why in Buddhism, the Buddha traditionally said that life is, the better translation is, life is unsatisfactory. He calls it suffering. It's a Western interpretation. And the root of this unsatisfactoriness is desire. It's because we're always chasing the objects of our desire that we'll never be happy. We don't learn that desire itself is where the pain is. And we try to relieve it by getting something that relieves our desire. But then you'll notice desire quickly comes up again. You say you get money, but then you want more money. You get that sex partner, then you want another sex partner. You get that food, that flavor, then you want something else. Even little things, like a song you want to listen to on your way to work. You desire it, like, oh yeah, I can wait. You hear it, and you're like, okay, well, let's listen to another one. It's not the object of desire that gives us happiness. It's the removal of desire itself. So why not let go of desire now? Now, this is tricky. Because then there's the more fundamental point, which is why we meditate the way we do regularly. Because then there's the desire to stop desiring. Careful. But still, I think it's an important thing to understand. And through regular practice, you'll notice that desire comes and goes, just like happiness comes and goes, sadness comes and goes, thoughts come and go, people come and go, love comes and goes, money comes and goes, everything comes and goes. But we cling. So we learn to just sit and watch it. What am I? What desires? What wants? Anyway, I know sometimes these practices may be a little steep, a little harder for some, and maybe not so much for others, but if you have any questions, I'm here for you. Like, really, really am here for you. Just comment below and I'll answer your question, whatever it is. And thank you for those who have commented and asked questions. I've been really enjoying answering your questions. And if you're interested in starting a meditation practice or continuing one you've already started, join the Attentive Mind. This is your one-stop shop for all things meditation, secular meditation. I started this company really to finally have a secular community of fellow meditators in the game of waking up from thinking. So if you're interested in this project, join the Attentive Mind, and I'll be here for you. I post videos like this every single day, without exception. In fact, right now it's very, very late, and I had to do this video after work. But every single day, this will happen. Thank you for your time today. And learn to let go of desire. I'll see you tomorrow.